Hi, good morning. Well, morning for me. This video is going to be on Novelty records. Um, I'm using novelty as kind of a broad term. There's going to be a few children's records. There's going to be a few spoken word records. There's going to be some haunted house and monster records. So novelty is kind of a overreaching term for, I guess, miscellaneous non-music. Well, some of this is music. Anyway, the first one I'm going to show is a single, and it's Georgie's Halloween. This was a series of books, I believe in the late 50s, early 60s, about this little ghost kid who lived in a haunted mansion, and his friends were this owl and this cat. And this is a repress from 1972, and this is just a little story. And it's just cute. I have some of these books. I really like the cover. And yeah. So, for another children's record, I found this in the dollar bin, and I just couldn't not get it when I saw it because it's just so weird. I believe it's Korean. This is not on Discogs. The label that this is from is on Discogs. Hits Records, or Hit Records, but and it looks like they mainly did reissues of like greatest hits in, I think, Korea, but I can't find this on there. I can't imagine this is very rare, but it's just kind of weird. Something that's interesting to me. The cover is kind of, not sure what that is. Is that an owl? You have this weird monkey on a bicycle and some, is that I don't know if that's a man or a woman, some person on a trapeze, and it's just kind of a strange cover. So, as far as children's records, probably my favorite type of children's records are, like Jim Henson stuff. So like Muppets and Sesame Street. This is the only one I have. It's kind of hard to find these in good condition, like the vinyl. So this is the only one I have, but it has the original sleeve, which is really cool. And then it has, I think it has an insert. Yeah, it has, this is super cool. The Muppet Show Fan Club. This is awesome. $3 for an official membership kit. Super cool. There's nothing on the back. But, you know, stuff like this isn't something I listen to often, but it's just kind of fun to have. It has the theme for Pigs in Space. It has the theme, the Muppet Show theme. One thing I would really like, though, is if they did records of when celebrities would perform on the Muppet Show, like how, you know, Debbie Harry was on the Muppet Show and Elton John. If they put some of that stuff on vinyl and put it out as a Muppets record, I would definitely pick that up. That would be really cool. Maybe that exists. I don't know. But Muppet Show. Now the next two are kind of spoken word. This first one I showed in Vinyl Tag 2023. And this is Orson Welles' War of the Worlds. And this is the radio broadcast of War of the Worlds. This is one of the first records I ever got. I think this was at a Value Village or maybe Goodwill for $1. And I just really like the cover. And I've seen this record a few times in the wild, and I've never found it in this good of condition. So when I've seen these, they're kind of beat up. So this is, you know, once again, not something I play often, but just cool to have. And continuing with the kind of spoken word space themed, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy Part 1. This is a 2 LP set. This was given to me by a friend, and this is just really, once again, just kind of cool to have. I don't think... So there must be a part 2. I've never seen a part 2. I wonder if there's a part 3. Anyway, what is this from? This is from 1982. So yeah. And now to my kind of favorite category of these kind of records, haunted house records. I only have 3. I would certainly like more, but they're super cool. So the first one is what I think of when I think of haunted house records. And it's, excuse me, the Disneyland Haunted House record. It says 64. I assume this is an original from 64. I know this has been reissued a couple times with different color. I think I've seen one of these where it's green instead of orange. I might be wrong about that. But this has The Dogs, a track called The Dogs, Your Pet Cat, Shipwreck, The Birds, Martian Monsters. Oh, I'll do a needle drop of that. Screams and Groans, A Collection of Creeks. This is, stuff like this is just really super fun. And this I found at a, I normally don't find any good records at antique stores, just because around here they're kind of overpriced. But I think this was like $12. And it's in very, very nice. I mean, there's some, some creasing and things like that. But I was really happy to get this. Another one is also a Disneyland record. And it's Chilling, Thrilling Sounds of the Haunted House. And this, when I first saw this, I was thinking, oh, is that the same record but with a different cover? But no, it's different tracks. It has The Night Creatures, The Dungeon, Encounter in the Fog, A Grave Matter, which it says Grave Robbers, Mad Scientist Laboratory, Ghosts and Phantoms, Frightening Devices, ooh, and then Haunting Music. So, and then it says, warning, this album will scare your socks off. Parental guidance suggested. Jeez. And this is from, I'm not sure when this is from. I assume the 70s, maybe? I don't know. But it's a pretty great cover. And I really like the bats on the back. It has the old Disneyland Records logo. So the first haunted house record I ever picked up was in the dollar bin in a store that has since closed. And they had some really killer stuff in the dollar bin sometimes. But I bought this just for the cover. The vinyl's super beat up, so when I play this, I use my older stylus to play it. But it is still really cool. And that's on Chiswick. Sounds to Make You Shiver. And this cover is just amazing. You got kind of Dracula up there and a monster coming out of the dungeon and a hunchback. You got a witch and a swamp yeti sort of dude, a werewolf, Frankenstein's monster, obviously. The back, the label is this weird skull. Now, there's 2 different versions of this that I know of. There's one where the back is just orange and black like this. And there's one where there's some more color variation. I think the skull is like a red, and then the flames are yellow. But this kind of started me off on the whole Monster records. And I pick them up when I find them, but they can be kind of expensive, so I have to kind of be selective. But this has Witch Laugh, Count Dracula and His Victims, Screams and Groans, Banging Shutter, Phantom Piano, Creaky Door, Frankenstein's Monster Breaks Loose, and that ends with Hooting Owl. Like, how do you go from Frankenstein's Monster Breaks Loose to Hooting Owl? Why don't you swap those and end with Frankenstein's? Anyway, fun record. And I really, really do love that label. So the last one I'm going to show, hold on, let me just put this away. Jesus. Okay. The last one I'm going to show is one of my favorite records I own. You can't see it in my background area, but I collect a lot of Ultraman Tokusatsu stuff, and I was so happy to find this. It's an Ultraman record. I can't find this on Discogs, probably because I can't look it up. I'm sure it's on there, because I've seen other Ultraman records on there. But this is from 74. 74 is when this Ultraman came out, Ultraman Leo. But it's not just Ultraman Leo on here. It's the theme for him. It's also the theme for this guy whose name I can't remember. But it's also the theme for this guy who is really cool, who is Super Robot Red Baron. And his... I have the whole series of this on DVD, and his theme song is like actually really good. So I'll put a link to that. Maybe I'll do a needle drop. I don't know if this might get copyright claimed. Interestingly enough, it is on Polydor. I assume this probably came with an Ubi, but mine doesn't have one. But I picked this up at a flea market, and I don't think the guy knew what he had. It was only $15, and the cover is in really stellar condition. It's almost like you just opened it up. And it comes with, on the inside, there's this, but this is a booklet. So I'm going to try to flip through this. I mean, that's so cool. There's a Super Robot Red Baron again, and some weird little characters. So yeah, this is really one of my favorite. Oh, and also, this guy is a little creepy looking. Anyway, this is definitely one of my favorite records I own. I never play it, but I just love the look of this cover. It's just awesome. So, anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hey, popping back in here because I forgot one. I showed this in my last vinyl finds, but I want to show it again because it's just so cool. It's a Weirdos record. Man, like custom putrid purple sounds of Vroom and Brock, grooved in icky, moldy melodies for mad draggers, burns rubber at 33 1/3 RPMs with screeching high fidelity. This is just so cool. This is on Harry Records. I believe this is the only thing this label ever put out. It's kind of like surfy sort of music with strange, weird, kind of high-pitched and super deep monster noises. The backs, well, I guess this is technically the back cover, but the front cover is Silly Servers, which is cool, but I don't find nearly as interesting. This guy's pretty cool though. But this is just, I just love this kind of stuff. So anyway, sorry, that's it.